Welcome back to Sunrise Day. Well, now the political parties or politicians couldn't wait, but they've got their time now. Let's go over to our correspondent, Seun Okinbale, who is in Benin City with the politicians. What are they thinking? Seun?
Chamberlain, this morning, of course, we are feeling the pulse of the people of Edo State. You know what the political parties are up to. They've been talking about reacting to this latest development. We have here with us here in Benin City the publicity secretary of perhaps you call the top political parties in the race, the APC and the PDP. Joining us on set here is Godwin Heron, the publicity secretary of the APC in Edo State, and of course Chris Nahakare here, the PDP publicity secretary, joining us on the program. Let me start with you, Chris. How does your party receive the information coming from the security operatives about the possible postponement of the election?
Our party was very shocked to hear that what we've been hearing as a rumor in the last few weeks has actually come to fruition.
Oh, you've been hearing this?
Oh yes, we've been hearing the rumor. Ever since the opinion polls have been released by different organizations, the government has been jittery, the Edo State government especially, led by Daso Shuni, has been very jittery. And it has over the time looking for all sorts of ways to have the election postponed. Just a few days before the Mr. President came, the state government organized some men, bearded men, and some women, most of them actually pregnant, to act as if they were students of GC, to do a protest to Government House, even to our party, and also to INEC, demanding that this election be postponed. And surprisingly, the governor actually came out for the first time to receive protesters. He has been avoiding the local government workers. He has been avoiding the pensioners that have been paid for 18 months.
Let's stay on the issue of the postponement. No, just a moment. Let me get the reaction from the APC publicity secretary. He has said how they have received it. He said he's shocked. Is your party also shocked?
Well, we too we are shocked, even if not even shocker. But the reason being given by my friend is something that is not acceptable to us. We are sure that if the election were to hold today, we will still win landslide as we have always won in this state. And so we are surprised. What surprised us most was the fact that police is talking about the security, because we don't know the level of a security threat that we have in the state that will make them give such reason. But in spite of how PDP might feel, if they had even said in the interest of the peoples who are going to write the exams, as a party that believes in the welfare of the youth, believes in respect for our children as the leaders of tomorrow, we would have been more comfortable with that. So for us, we are very shocked, but all the same, we still don't believe that INEC will listen to.
Because some of the reactions we're getting from the PDP, especially, is the fact that your party is only scared of losing this election. That's why they're pushing the security operatives. Does your party have a hand in the postponement call?
You know, I'm telling you that it came to us as a very huge surprise.
You know, politicians, one may not be surprised at your reaction because we've heard governors of the PDP, even the PDP has said, this is just the plan of the APC to postpone this election. Are you aware before now? You said a few weeks ago.
I'm even surprised. That will even make me to think that maybe they were the one who influenced it. Because at the end of the day, what does a 1 week postponement have to do with who is afraid or who is not afraid? Even if you postpone it by 1 month, the party that is popular, like Shomole's government here that has done so well, what we have done remains on ground and visible for people to see. And so therefore, our popularity is not threatened at all.
All right, Chris, you've heard him. I mean, this back and forth about who may be behind it. You know, I mean, I'm not surprised that politicians may be saying, oh, you are behind it and you are behind. But let's look at the issues now. Do you think it's reasonable to tinker with the advice of the police for INEC to yield to this call?
Well, first and foremost, If the police and the DSS are saying security threat, if we as a party insist that elections must go on in spite of the police security threat, what they want us to do is to play into the hands of the thugs controlled by this government. That is the truth. We've reported over and over again how our people have been provoked, harassed, and intimidated by the police in Edo State. All this was part of the grand ploy to provoke us into reacting to the harassment. But as a party that we are aware that government was going to change, we have been very cool. We've maintained our stand, maintained our position, and not reacted in any way. And now when they saw that they could not provoke us through a breaking point, they now tried to use the students. Now the issue of the students failed because WAEC and GC, the WAEC said no, the students should go to another state to do the election. As soon as that failed, they had no option but not to play the security card. Now there's nothing else causing this postponement because first and foremost, just a few weeks ago, elections held in Boko Haram infested states. Edo State has no security threats. We're a peace-loving state. We have never been involved in political violence.
If you go by what the U.S. security reports about the travel advisory given on some states in Nigeria, Edo State belongs on that list. Based on that advisory, do you think absolutely that Edo State does not have any security threat whatsoever?
The headsmen that were threatening us, they are restricted to the fringes of Edo State.
But it's still part of Edo State.
I don't think that's enough to postpone election. I mean, I'll give you a quotation of February 2015. Mr. President now said, what is Boko Haram? 14 local governments. Now in Edo State, can you point to any security threat in terms of group, terrorist group, militants? Can you point to anything to signify that Edo State is under threat? This is all made up and an excuse in trying to save the face of Governor Shomole. His friend El Rufai and Mr. Gaba of DSS came up with this.
You're making sweeping allegations against personalities. I'm not sure you can validate some of your claims here. So we better stay on the issues and not on personalities, because as it stands now, if you get, maybe we're not seeing what security operatives are seeing. They are the experts here in terms of security. They have information that we don't have. Do you think it's good to stay on the side of caution on this one?
Well, Edo State is very dangerous. I don't think the life of anybody put at risk because of an election. If the security people say there is a risk, well, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
But you can yield to that for a moment.
Yes, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
All right, let me quickly go to Mr. Raon. As it stands now, he has said that, look, this is just a ploy. But look, if security operatives say you cannot go ahead, what do you think INEC should be saying right now? Because now INEC is at the center of it all. Do you think is enough reason to postpone this election? Or perhaps there should be some other measures put in place at the moment?
Well, I don't think there's any use gambling with any other measure. But first, I want to say that from what my colleague from PDP has said, it appears that the reason for the police or the security report is being justified. Because if PDP can boast so well that they are going to win, and when they state that it is very clear that nobody really wants them, then it's very obvious that maybe they were the one who were planning mayhem that the security have discovered. Otherwise, for us who are in charge of the state, who have done so well,